Okay, hey Russ, how you doing? Um, Today I'm going to walk you through how to do a mock-up, so you can always refer to this. I mean, I can teach you in person, but I feel like this will be a little bit easier if I'm not around and you want to do a mock-up and you can't figure out how to do it or whatever. So the first step you want to do is open up Photoshop and have, I don't know, let's take one of these logos we're working on. I'll do the easy way first, and then I'll do another one. Okay, so this is the easy way. Logo doesn't have a background. It's ready to go. You can just move it around, whatever. And then the other way that's a little bit tougher is if you have a JPEG with a background. This one's not very good quality, so that even makes it a little bit more tough. This isn't the proof for that job, by the way. This is just one of their logo files. Now, the first thing you want to do is go on the internet and find what you want to put it on. So we will just look up so let's find the easiest one to do is if the hat is facing you directly, something like this picture, because at an angle you're going to have to worry about perspective or else it's not going to look right. Like this would be nice, but it's not facing us. Actually it's going to be better if I do a t-shirt. Okay, perfect. So let's use this gray shirt. This is all right. So open with Photoshop. It's a bit small. Let's get a better one, actually. Yeah, that looks pretty good quality. Okay, so we'll use this one. So open it with Photoshop, however you choose to do that. Here's your shirt. You're going to go over here and double click this layer. Double click, hit OK. And now you have an unlocked layer. With JPEGs, it locks the layer, so you can't really edit it. It won't matter much for this, but I always just make it a habit to do that. Now, let's do the easy way first. So you're going to come back over here. See, this is how you change what you have loaded in Photoshop up here in these tabs. So here's your shirt. Here is the logo without a background. It's probably a PNG file, or it's going to be a vectored file or something like that. And you're just going to make sure you have this layer selected. Go select this right here, the Move tool. You can also hit the key V to select it. So if you're over here and hit V, you will select the Move tool. You can also just click on it right here. So these are your tools up here. This is a toolbar. You're going to click the Move tool, go over the logo, click and drag, and you'll see the logo start to drag. And just drag it up here over to your shirt and wait till it pops over. And then keep holding and dragging down and release right there. Okay, so obviously this isn't going to work. It's a bit big. So to make it smaller, you're going to hold Control and hit T. Control T as in Tom. Okay, and you see this box around it. So go to one of the corner boxes and click and drag, and that'll let you resize it. So we'll resize it to, yeah, we'll say we're doing a big print on the front here. And you'll notice it'll automatically snap to where the logo is centered. See that purple line popping up? It'll snap in. So when that purple line appears, that means you're centered. So you want centered. And then this other purple line means you're centered exactly in the middle of the photo. Now, we don't necessarily want that. We probably want it more up here. But you definitely want to be centered this way. So centered, put it where you want it, release, okay? And then hit the Enter key. And then it'll put it on there. Now, this doesn't look very believable right now. It looks like someone just put a picture of a logo on top of a shirt, which is exactly what we did. So to make this look a little bit nicer, you kind of have to play with it. It's kind of artistic thing of how you can do it. Sometimes it looks really good if you just go over here. So this is my cursor. You go over here and click this drop down menu and then go to overlay. Now in this case it doesn't look that good. It looks like it's very faded and not really sort of printed nice and bright on there, and that's not really what we want to do. So we'll go back to normal, and you can play with all these different modes, see if any of them are kind of nice looking. Like some of those are kind of nice, you know. See, these are your blending modes, so you can kind of see what sort of blend modes might make sense for something like this. But none of these really strike my fancy, so I'm going to go ahead and not do that. You can also play with the opacity, so if you're wanting to maybe, I like, you know, 80% kind of might make it blend a little better with the shirt, although sometimes you want it to pop a little more. And there's also other things you can do, but this is sort of a basic way of doing a mock-up. And you know, you can really go in, like if you really wanted to, you can go and clean all this up and kind of smooth everything if you're worried about it, or some of these lines are a bit square looking, but this is the basic way to do it, is to put a logo on a shirt. Pretty easy. And then the farthest I'd go with basics is just see if any of these auto blend modes work for you, and maybe bump the opacity down a bit. Now the harder way to do this is if they send you maybe a lower quality with a background. The background is the big problem here. So what I usually do, the easiest way to do this, there's many other ways to do this in Photoshop, but the easiest way to do it is come over to this tool right here. And usually it will actually be set to this, the quick selection tool. So go over to this, it should be your fourth one down, the quick selection tool, right click, and you want the magic wand tool. Then you're going to come up here. The default setting is going to be this one, the new selection, okay? Up here. So you're going to come over here, and it's going to say add to selection. Click that button. That's what you want, add to selection. And then you're just going to start clicking on all the background, okay? So all the white you see, you want to select that. And that's what this moving kind of dotted line is. It's that selected area. And you want that, and make sure to get all inside the, you know, the inside of the A there. You know, try and be really precise about it. You might want this inside here. Now, I'm not going to do this perfectly in this particular scenario because this is just a demonstration, but you can really sometimes have to spend a lot of time getting all the little middle of the A's out. And like I said, there's other ways to do this. This is probably the easiest way, maybe not the most precise way, but the easiest way. So once you have everything selected that you want, then you're just going to hit the backspace key. Hit OK. And it's going to take all that background out if my computer doesn't freeze doing it. Alright, it looks like Photoshop crashed. That's pretty regular with Photoshop. One moment. Alright, we're back in. And it should recover that. Hopefully, no. Okay. That's annoying. Alright. Picture download. Okay. Want that one. Alright, sorry about that. So anyways, we have our shirt back, and we will get our logo back. Alright, so magic wand tool, add to selection. You can also do this the other way too. You can actually select the stuff you do want, and I'll actually show you, because in this case it's actually easier to do it that way, to select the stuff you do want as opposed to the stuff you don't want. We just have to do something a little bit differently. So what you would do now is, well, so this is a black shirt, so we probably don't want this to be black. So let's actually fix that right now while we're at it. So you're going to hit the B key, okay, or brush. It's the brush tool right here. And you can set your color down here. You just click on this little box, and you can set it to whatever color you want. In this case, we're going to do white. Okay, I'm just going to paint that, click and drag to paint that. And we actually missed a little bit, so that's fine. We can just select that, go back to our brush, and we're all good. Okay, so our logo's white now, and you can see it's selected. So now we're going to come up to the top here, hit the select menu, come down to inverse, select inverse, okay? This selects everything we didn't have selected. Now you're going to hit the backspace key, okay. And doing that continues to crash my Photoshop. Very annoying. I don't know why. That's very weird. Oh, here, well, we got something going on. Why is it doing that? There it goes. Okay, so now we have deleted the background. We've changed our logo color. Now come up to back to the magic wand tool, or W, and hit right click and hit deselect. Okay, so we have our logo. Do the same thing, come up here to the move tool, click and drag this back over to the shirt, hit Control T like we did last time, size it how you would like, hit enter, and there's your mock-up of a logo that needed a color change and needed a background removed. Now this isn't the cleanest, obviously. We need to maybe clean this up or play with our opacity or our blend modes, and there's more you can do obviously, but for a basic tutorial, this is all I'm going to cover. Alright, Russ, I hope you were helped by this.